8 overs to go, 7 overs to go rather. The 13th over in progress, just one ball bowled.
It's going to be Kumar. Plays it gently back. He was willing to go for a run, batsman, but there was no need. From 70 for 1, they are now 82 for 4.
When they started off very well, Jamshedpur jugglers, and at one point of time the score was really ticking at above 7.5. Now, without moving his feet, Vivek tried to play it square of the wicket, misses it completely. It was a ball outside the off stump. And as Mr. Mukherjee said, the fall of wickets suggests the 3 wickets fell down within a span of 9 runs, 70 for 2 to 79 for 4, and that has really pegged them back. The run rate has come down, and at point of time it was around 7.5. Now, this is a wonderful shot. Beautifully glided past the slips, the wicket slip position for 4 runs. He deliberately just angled his bat and saw to it that it goes beyond the reach of the wicketkeeper. So wonderfully played. Shot by Vivek. He moves to 44.
A very clever shot. Seeing that there is no field there, so it's a safe shot to play just. You got to beat the wicketkeeper. That he did. He sliced it. Angled his bat and threw to the third man boundary for 4. Score moves on to 86 for 4 after 12.4 overs. Pratik Kumar. Oh, well bowled on the off stump. So this is all about cricket, you know. When you are 70 for 1, somebody thought they will easily surpass 150 runs. Certainly they were pegged down, losing 3 wickets very quickly, and they were 79 for 4. Now it is 86 for 4. These two have to take the score past 100 at least. And at least plenty of overs should be in hand so that they can hit out. Oh, well bowled. Beautifully bowled.
It was a wonderful delivery, shaping away from the batsman. Just took the outer edge, and he had no clue absolutely. He was just stranded in his crease.
Just a faint touch. Faint touch. The ball cut away from him, going out, so, and the batsman had to play it. He couldn't avoid, but got a faint touch, and it was into the gloves of the wicket keeper. So the 5th wicket goes down.
Himanshu Dwivedi walks to the wicket. And 2 youngsters on view, Aryan Huda and Himanshu Dwivedi. There is enough overs left to still score something in the vicinity of 150. But now a lot depends on these 2 youngsters. It'll be interesting to see how they approach the game at this point. There was a big turn. Pankaj bowling his 4th over on the trot.
This fellow is able to spin the ball a lot. Leg spinner generally spin,
He also has got a wonderful googly.
So far, he has not tried one. Googly should be a weapon for a leg spinner, and you cannot use it quite regularly. Otherwise, batsman will be able to read you.
For a young leg spinner, he's really bowling well. He's not
Big shot
allowing
coming.
the batsman any liberty to go for the big
Yeah.
shots. His line and length is impeccable today.
Generally, leg spinners have to be accurate. And this fellow seems to be very accurate, not giving any liberty to the batsman. Bowling on and around the off stump, spinning away from the batsman. So, he's bowling really well. After 13.4 overs, the score is 87 for 5. And for a left-handed batsman, the ball will be coming into him. And he played a straighter one, trying to beat the batsman, thinking that the ball will spin in. It doesn't. Goes straight through. That is also a weapon for a leg spinner.
Himanshu is off the mark. A very promising youngster, left-handed batsman. A very compact batsman as such. He got 100 last year playing for Jharkhand under 16 in the Vijay Merchant Trophy, and got a couple of 50s in other matches. So we can expect him to build a partnership with Aryan Huda at this stage, because this is extremely important, this pair, because you have the tail-enders to follow now. You don't have any recognized batters such in the team who can take care of the situation. It's still cloudy, though the light has improved a bit.
Nicked it just out of the reach of the lone single, lone fielder in the slips, down to the boundary for 4. Lucky escape, just away from the outstretched hand of the second slip, and the ball races towards the boundary for 4. Very lucky, good ball.
He took the ball away from the left-hander, and he bowled at a really beautiful angle, because he's bowling from the over the wicket to the left-hander and trying to take it across his body, and precisely he did so. Now this is outside the leg stump, perhaps a wide. Yeah, it has been called a wide by the umpire. The score moves to 93. We are live from the JSCA International Cricket Complex. This is live streaming of the Carbon Jharkhand T20 tournament being played at Ranchi. Now this time he flicks it to square leg. There is a misfield out there. They will be easily taking 2 runs. You see, there is a lot of similarity between the left-handers. Any left-hander of any
Amma!
state, they seem to be quite
Phonu!
good off their pads.
Daddy.
generally.
Tamma.
They can even flick the ball from middle stump down to onside or behind the wicket quite easily, which is not that easy for a right-hander. Oh,
Not out.
there was a shout for how's that, but the ball did not touch the bat. It was over pitch outside the off stump. Batsman trying to steer it down. Luckily, he didn't get a touch. No damage done.
You know, with a slip in place, if you want to really angle your bat and play those deliveries outside the off stump, you do have, are taking a risk because there is already a slip in position, because it'll be very difficult to put the ball between the wicketkeeper and the slip position. Any mistake in your execution may result in you getting out.
Yeah. Oh, once again, a good ball on around off stump, moving away from the batsman. Batsman was lured to the ball and played tentatively outside the off stump. Very lucky, didn't get a touch.
He's eyeing the area, I believe, between the point and the lone slip fielder out there. And each and every time the
लिया है वो बॉलिंग करा रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट बॉल होती है यहाँ पर. ओवर की 5वीं बॉल कट करना चाहा लेकिन सीधे कीपर के हाथों में कोई रन नहीं.
pitched outside the off stump, he's just trying to angle his bat and place the ball between.
Anything outside.
This was a good delivery from Pratik. On target, and Dwivedi was a little cramped for room.
Now end of the over, 15th over, 95 for 5. Comes in my place.
The batting card, Vivek scored 49, Pappu Singh 19, Shrestha Sagar 10, Rahil Riaz was LBW for 0, and Atul Singh Surwar just got a big 6 and then he holed out. Aryan Huda played. On 3, he is not among the wickets. The 3 bowlers who figured in this card is Yuvraj Kumar, who bowled a wonderful spell of 4 overs, 21 runs and 3 wickets. Pankaj Jadhav again did exceedingly well with his leg spinners, 4 overs, 19 runs and 1 wicket. And Pratik Kumar has bowled 2 overs and has got a wicket. So the 16th over in progress. A full-length delivery driven to the mid-off region for an easy single. A lot depends on these 2 youngsters now. They should play through the entire 20 overs, then only we can see a score around 130, 140.
Earlier games have been in the same pattern as well, losing out wickets in frequent intervals and not getting much of a score on the board. So Vikas Singh is the bowler from the jugglers side. So at this rate, the projected score will be around 125. If they go 8 runs and over, 132. And if they go 10 runs and over, that will be 141.
Vikas is trying to mix up the deliveries. This was a slower delivery, bowled outside the off stump. He is a good all-rounder, but unfortunately missed out on the last season due to injury. And post-injury, this is his first tournament, Vikas Singh. Now, this is a very clever shot, gliding it past the reach of the wicketkeeper of a slower delivery bowled by Vikas Singh, and easily takes a single.
So Bokaro had won the toss today and they had elected to bowl first, putting Jamshedpur to bat.
Yes, Jamshedpur are in a bit of trouble after a wonderful start given by Vivek and Pappu. And then suddenly 3 wickets fell on the trot and they found themselves in some sort of pressure. And now it remains to be seen whether Aryan, Huda and Himanshu Dwivedi, the youngsters, can soak up the pressure.
Absolutely, and I think Bokaro is doing a great job by restricting the jugglers. And they're bowling pretty well, taking wickets, restricting them on runs as well. So just 4 runs coming off the over so far from Vikas. That's his second over. I think, sir, 130 to 140 should be a good score on this pitch.
It won't be a safe score. With the sort of batting lineup that Bokaro Blasters have got with Kumar Deograt in form. So it will be difficult for them to defend a low score on this wicket. The wicket is playing well.
That's taken by the fielder there. And another wicket gone. I think Jamshedpur is in a big trouble right now. They won't be able to get to...
Batsman for Jharkhand over the years.
Still struggling in this match as well. They haven't gone and won any match as of now. They've lost the previous 2 matches they played.
Well, it's a long tournament. Each team in a round-robin format playing each other twice. So that makes 10 matches per team. So you see, any team can make a comeback any point of time. So losing 2 wickets, 2 or 3 matches on the trot doesn't mean that you are out of the tournament. It all depends on the next 7 matches. If you can win 5 or 6, maybe you would be through, who knows.
Yeah, that is true. That's the tournament point of view we are talking about. But if they win a match, that will be a great boost to the morale for the morale of the players.
Yes, every team wants to win matches. When you go on the field, you want to win. And that is the attitude you display on the ground also. But yes, sometimes As I said, cricket is a funny game, and that too, T20 format, anything can happen any moment. So once you start winning, you have to keep the momentum going. That's very important.
Rahul is the new man in.
Rahul is off the mark. The first ball that he faces, he gently puts it to the cover region.
Score
He taps the ball
125.
there and crosses over for a single. So 101 for 6, the 17th over in progress. Himanshu batting on 10.
कुट्टू उसका नेम है.
Now he goes for a wild shot, a wild swipe out of the off stump, trying to make room. I think had he stayed in his own place, had he not come forward, he might have got a better chance of hitting the ball.
Definitely. Because it just went behind straight to the wicketkeeper. Had he been a little in the same place where he was, he could have gone for a shot.
कि भाई सब्सक्राइब कर दो. मेरी बेटी का नाम है.
That was a good ball. And one run quickly conceded by the jugglers here. Last man to be dismissed was Aryan Huda, just for 5 runs. He was sent back to the pavilion.
From a score of 60 odd runs for 1 to 126 for 6, I think jugglers won't be happy with this present position. They never expected, perhaps.
They've lost quite close matches in the earlier.
This is a wonderful shot, and
It's taken in the deep there. It's out. And that was a brilliant catch from the fielder there.
it was a good shot over the point, but it was an excellent, excellent catch taken in the deep. The fielder diving to his left and scooping the ball up inches from the ground. A wonderful, wonderful catch there in the deep. There was nothing wrong with this shot. He had placed it well, Himanshu, but the backward point, which was quite deep, he covered ground on his left and then dived to scoop a beautiful catch, one of the best in the tournament so far.
And Rahul will be really disappointed just going dismissed for 1 run. Just couldn't take the score up for his team. And that was a brilliant catch we saw in the deep point area.
Now, this is what happens when the pressure builds up on any team. If you cannot soak up the pressure and play your normal game, often you land into trouble losing very quick wickets, maybe 1 or 2 in 2-3 overs, and then the entire target becomes difficult to set a target. And now with just 100 past, it's very difficult at this point of time to really go beyond 120 and 125. I think it'll be a bit difficult.
And there would be huge disappointment for the jugglers. They wouldn't be definitely happy with the way they are playing in this match. Haven't scored too many runs, and this is the batting card for the jugglers. So 17 overs gone, just managed to score 102 runs, losing 7 wickets. And Vivek Kumar just doing fairly well on going dismissed for 44. Papu Singh, 19 runs. Shresh Sagar, 10 runs. The captain, Rahil Riaz Khan, going out for a duck. Atul Singh Surwar, 6 runs. Aryan Huda just managed to score 5 runs. And the last wicket, the last man to be dismissed, Rahul Prasad, just going out for 1 run. Good bowling performances from Bokaro Blasters here. And they've been good in the field as well, taking some brilliant catches for the team.
Okay, sir, phone ही देखिए.
With the single, the score moves to 103 for 7. Jamshedpur Jugglers, having lost the toss, were asked to bat by Kumar Devrat, the Bokaro Blasters captain. Had a wonderful start with Pappu Singh being promoted in the batting order. He opened with Vivek Kumar. Vivek got a good 40 but lost his wicket. And Pappu played a horrible shot to be out after scoring 19 runs. But yes, he did his job. He gave a good opening platform for the Jugglers to build upon.
It's Vikas in his 3rd over now. Has managed to get a wicket for his team. An important wicket rather. So the new man in after the dismissal of the last wicket, we have Ashish Kumar Senior, who's coming to bat.
The last wicket to fall was that of Rahul Prasad for 1. Now this is a wonderful delivery from Vikas.
That's given out by the umpire. There might be an edge involved there, and straight into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. Umpire saw, analyzed, and then lifted up his finger for the decision.
It was a delivery on the good length, shaping away from the batsman outside the off stump, and Ashish was in 2 minds whether to defend or glide the ball past the wicketkeeper. And he was caught somewhere between these two, and it was a faint nick to the wicketkeeper, a very straightforward chance, which was easily grabbed by the wicketkeeper. So the fall of another wicket for Jamshedpur Jugglers, they must be cursing themselves after having such a wonderful start with 60-odd runs at a rate of 6.5 or so, having 9 wickets in hand, and to see them in this position after, say,
that's a huge disappointment.
Another 7-8 overs. They must be thoroughly disappointed.
And not to mention, Bokaro is not letting any batsman. Just the opener was able to score 44 runs. After that, there have been a string of low scores. No batsman is able to settle in. And good bowling performances coming up from Bokaro's side.
Yes, in spite of the fact that they got a bit of hammering in the initial overs, they stuck to their task very well, the Bokaro Blasters bowlers. Pankaj hardly gave anything in his 4 overs of wonderful leg spin. And he's an experienced campaigner in the sense that he has played for India in under-19. He had toured abroad with the Indian team. And he has gained enough experience from the coaches, from the support staff there. And now he's showing signs of progress made during the last 1 year. He has taken really big strides, and now he is trying to get himself through to the senior squad.
Eight wickets already down for the Jugglers here. And now the projected score at this rate is just 116 runs.
Now, you see the big scoreboard out there. The batsman number 1, that is Vivek Kumar, he got 44. Then Pappu Singh out for 19. Shrestha Sagar got 10. Rahil Riaz was out for 0. Atul Surwar got 6. And you see there are 8 wickets which has fallen. And there's the 18th over in progress. Just 2 more overs to go. A white call by the umpire. Vikas Singh a bit dejected. Yes. He might be cursing himself for bowling this wide, Vikas Singh.
Yes.
Now again a wide call. Vikas Singh is not happy, but he cannot show decent.
Jugglers have already lost 8 wickets and quick follow wickets in few last overs that we saw. Just 106 runs they've managed to score so far. Slightly, there's a misfield there. And a quick single taken by the batsman. 6 runs coming off the over, including the wides. And that's the bowling card from the Bokaro Blasters team. Vikas Singh conveniently taking 2 wickets, giving away 20 runs in his 3 overs. Yuvraj Kumar, good bowling, 3 wickets for 21 runs in his spell of 4 overs. Pankaj Yadav managing to get 1 wicket but keeping the economy low, just 19 runs given away in his spell. And Prateek Kumar fairly doing well, 2 wickets, just given away 16 runs in his 3 overs, so 1 over still left for Prateek and Vikas Singh. And after 18 overs, Bokaro are 108 at the loss of 8 wickets. And just 1 more run added. That's 109 for 8 now, after 18.1 overs. We have in the box Mr. Mukherjee.
How quickly things change in 2020 cricket, from 70 for 1 to 108 for 8. And overs also quickly going. So 18.1 overs, once again trying to hit it down to onside, missed it altogether. It's a bye. That was a bye. Wicketkeeper failed to collect it properly. Score 110 for 8. Prateek bowling his last over. 2 for 17 so far in 3.2 overs. Oh, lovely. Well played, but there was a fielder moving to his left. 1 more run added. 18.3 overs gone, 110 for 8.
Himanshu is just trying to hold on from the one end, having scored 13 of 17 deliveries. He lost partners at regular intervals, Himanshu. And now this was a rank long hop, and given the treatment that it deserved, a 6, taking the score to 116 now. So it was a wonderful shot by Himanshu, the youngster that I was talking about a little earlier, a promising youngster from the under-16 squad of Jharkhand. And so far he has done well, soaking up the pressure well, and now trying to go for a few big hits with just 10 balls remaining. Now again he crosses over for a single. Maybe he wants to take the strike more.
That's only because Himanshu knows that the batsman playing at the other end will not be capitalized on the last few balls. Oh, lovely shot. Straight to mid-off. Hit all along the carpet. That's the end of the over.
This is the batting card. Himanshu batting on 15 of 18 deliveries, and Jaskaran Singh not out on 9, I beg your pardon, of 6 deliveries. And the score moves to 119 for 8, and the last over to be bowled.
Yeah, at one time with 70 for 1, we were expecting it will be a high-scoring match somewhere around the corner. We were thinking that they will score 150 runs. Instead, they are already 8 down. Last over. Because 2 for 20, lofted on the onside, 6 runs, beautifully.
This
well
is a
done.
great
Yes.
shot by Himanshu. He picked up the ball on the front foot, landing around the off stump, and he hoists over the mid-wicket fence for 6.
He didn't seem to be hitting it that hard. It was all timing. Just lifted the ball.
Absolutely, it was sheer timing and class written all over the stroke.
He is a very, very good hitter of the ball. All timing. Hundred 25 for 8. Last 5 balls. Himanshu on a strike. Not out on 21. That one is outside the off stump. The ball rising, beating him. Lucky he didn't get a touch.
Having been hit for the 6 of a fuller length delivery, I think Vikas has decided not to bowl up to Himanshu. Maybe he'll be bowling a trifle short so that he's cramped for rooms. The last over in progress. Now this was a slow delivery,
And that
completely
was
deceiving
dragged
him.
from outside the off stump down towards the onside. Only 3 balls left. 126 for 8. Himanshu batting very well with 22 not out. And with him is Jaskaran now on a strike on 9.
Again, a slow delivery by Vikas. Vikas is really mixing the deliveries very well in the last over, not allowing the batsman any liberty to go for a big hit. He just bowled one full delivery to Himanshu, which was hoisted over the mid-wicket fence for 6. And then he bowled successive slow deliveries, 2 successive slow deliveries to Himanshu. I missed out.
The bowler threw the ball down to the wicket on the other side, but Himanshu was evading that he might get hurt, but the ball missed the off stump and went to the wicket keeper. Total 127 for 8. One thing is certain, you cannot blame the wicket. Had it been like that, then they wouldn't have been 100 at 70 for 1. It's all due to bad batting on this part of Jamshedpur jugglers. From 71 for 1, 70 for 1, they struggled to get 130 even.
Yes, some of the batsmen lost their wickets due to rank bad shots, I must say, without mincing words, because the situation was very, very good for the Jamshedpur jugglers team. I believe that from a promising start, it is going to be a very disappointing end to the Jamshedpur jugglers innings.
Yeah. And Jamshedpur have lost 2 previous matches. So it is very important to get on the points table, but they are still without a point after having lost. And that's the